professional staff of RIs and NI are there, and it was a very interactive session, and they have discussed the role of ICT as a tool in organization, preservation, and dissemination and retrieval of information in an effective manner, and how a librarian can play a role of mediator between the knowledge and the users. NCERT, being a national organization and as a nodal center in the field of school and teacher education, has a major responsibility with the library as a national resource center to store, preserve, and disseminate the information to each and every user in India and the world. And Professor Uma Kanji Lalji, Vice Chancellor IGNOU, shared her different experiences of different countries and journey the name of the library from library to the library learning commons, and discusses the challenges for the librarians to how to encourage the user community to use the library in the present internet or ICT era. So she focused on this, and Dr. Priya Rai shared her views on library innovative practices, and she emphasized upon what is innovative exactly. Innovative means doing the things in new ways or differently. And she discussed Education 5.0, role of artificial intelligence, and the sustainable development of libraries with the environmental, socially, and economical factors. She also touched upon Internet of Things, use of augmented reality in libraries for self-guiding tours and virtual book display, etc. And she also motivated all the library professionals to do the new things. There is a lot to say, but due to this paucity of time, I will just leave it. And then next two session was taken by Dr. Vinod Kumar Mishra regarding the topic was contemporary application of open source opportunities and challenges in libraries, and we highlighted the relevance of open source technologies in libraries, discussing both their advantages and their challenges associated with their implementation. Dr. Mishra began with explaining the numerous benefits that open source software offers to libraries, and he also pointed out that the National Library of India has the largest data set managed with the Koha software. He emphasized that how Koha is integrated with AI and can be useful for the libraries, and how the taking of backup on day-to-day basis is important for the libraries, and how communities are serving for the Koha survival. And he also discusses about the challenges of the open source software, and later on question answers was taken up, the problems which are faced by the librarians in NCERT and RIs. So this was all about the yesterday's session. Now I will give the brief introduction about Professor Arun Kumar Chakrabarti. We have as an expert today's first session, and his circle topic here, One Nation, One Subscription. It is the major means highlighted discussion topic everywhere in every university and every institution, that how it will go. One Nation, One Subscription. And yesterday, ma'am also shared that it will be taken as a pilot study. Firstly, it will take up as a pilot study. So, sir will highlight on One Nation, One Subscription today. And the brief introduction, sir, I've given. Sorry. Uh, Professor Arun Kumar Chakrabarti, sir, is a renowned academician in the field of library and information science, currently serving as a professor in the Department of Library and Information Science at Netaji Subhash Open University, Kolkata, West Bengal. And he is having the expertise in the library science, open learning and information management, digital libraries, knowledge organization, information retrieval system, and mainly for the open and distance learning methodologies. Professor Chakrabarti has published extensively in national and international journals and contributing research papers, articles, book chapters that explore contemporary challenges and innovations in library science. And in addition to his research, Professor Chakrabarti has played an instrumental role in developing curriculum frameworks and course materials for distance learning programs in library and information science. His commitment to education is evident through his active involvement in seminars, workshops, and conferences, and he continues to be a driving force in promoting the importance of open access resources, digital literacy, and library modernization in the context of open and distance learning. Sir has given a lot to this library science profession. Sir, welcome to NCERT, LDD, and please carry on. Okay.
So before starting your lecture, I would extend my sincere thanks to you, sir, for sparing the time. And before starting, I just want to share my experience with sir when sir was Director General of National Library, RRLF. At that time, if you are any library profession, if he or she is going to organize any conference, and even sir, he is not known to sir, and if you have sent any application for grant or any assistance to National Library Kolkata or RLF, so sir, actually he supported to each and every person for organizing any capacity development program, any conference, any workshop to any person, any library professionals, even he is known to sir or not. Sir, thank you very much for your contribution to the profession and the development of such type of program. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning to all of you. Good morning to all of you. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late. I thought that it was 10:30. It's my mistake. Sorry. Thank you, Dr. Akash Singh. He's a very dynamic library professional. All of you know that. He's a lot of things. Everybody used to organize different conferences, seminars, Thank you, madam, for introducing me. And I know many of all madam. So it's a really great opportunity. I'm thankful to you all for giving me opportunity to share my knowledge with your knowledge so that we develop ourselves. Because our my objective at present is that one training to the different learners students, and I have to get the data from you because you are the main data access that whatever the problems you are facing, and then the next generation whether they come, whether they can solve those kind of problems or not. Because uh, sometimes we think, nah, we are already completing our services, so now problem things. But it's a really a tough situation for the library professions. No doubt of it. It's a really tough situation of the library professions. If I see that tough situation for the library profession, there's always tough situation for the library profession. Library professionals was never in comfortable stage. Whenever the changes comes, the first changes adopted by the lives. From the data update, media, all these resources, access, digitization, everything, all the library professionals have to do. And whatever you deliver, sometimes you get a good recognition, sometimes you don't get it. But still, the problem is that we have to go in this. Then once we have chosen the profession, so there is no other way for us to escape. We have entered in the honeycomb shield area, so we cannot escape. So we have to do that. How we can deliver benefit, that's what we have to sit down. Because it's really when a tough situation, everybody thinking that it's a goal. Why do why we break up the life? That is the main thing. That if you say that Google is everything, if you say no, you not get Google everything, that also they will not accept. That means until this we can we prove them that we are Google Plus. Until unless we prove them we are Google Plus, otherwise they will not come. And to prove the Google Plus, that is the our challenge. Because that if a person enters in your library and asking for anything, that means he has come searching everything in Google or wherever possible, and then he has come to you or he has come to us. That means we have to deliver. We cannot tell them that no, it is not available, or you go there and there. So he completely meal here. So then we have to catch hold of that, and whatever is possible, until he is satisfied, we should not leave them. That was the first motive we have been given it. Anyone comes in the library, and then that way the other people will come to the library. Because until this, this is a message kind of thing. Because in our life, I used to go to different places, and I found that there's a huge challenges because there are visitors all of the ministers were in the committee chairman, and then we are the representatives. We have to present. One person said that's the library you were giving books and taking books. उसमें science कहाँ से आता है? So that's the kind of answer we have to give them. Then some people also told that Raja would write a permission. So Raja, अभी भी राजा पैसा देता है. राजा के पास कितना पैसा है? जी भाई, अभी भी पैसा दे रहे. मंत्री, the minister is getting like some of the places. You have to face. We have to observe the thing and tell them that's what the library is. So that means that some people have a good perception, some people have a, some kind of perception. We have also seen that in the lecture we used to involve the secretaries of the different education department or the secretaries of culture and everything. So we tell them that's how this library, and if this person is really use the library, he will speak for the library. Say, no, I am here for the library because I am an IAS officer because of the library. Because library could buy any books from any of the things, and I used to go to the library, and then I go and use the library. So that way, that means the service is most important. Whenever we say, if we once for a lifetime, if he is not comfortable in any time, he will get a book or anything, and then he will get annoyed. Like earlier, what was your seminar last week? Last month. That's other than oh, not other than that's the online seminar was there with the vice chancellor Patiala vice chancellor. He said that's other than the once he did not get the book in the library. So that is in that his mind, so he is annoyed of the library. Once only that he didn't get the book, and then finally he was very know that I will not go to this, why you should go library and this thing, that thing. Then finally it came out that once upon a time, some 10, 15, 10 years back, once he went for a book, and then he saw that library is a huge task and all, the person could get the book during that time. So that's what you have to think that any user, whether he's a student or a working user or anything, we have to give him, because one day or another day he may come with a either IAS or EPS or a director or something. Because I was in Constituent, my first teaching is that the students is the first priority. Because of faculty, you can see that how many we can be at all. I saw that the students who did extensively use the library, later they became director of the different institutions, even in our institute. And then they were PhD scholars are different. So we can make the use of their resources because they will speak about the library. Power, the most important part, I feel in the library, profession staying in the library, well, whatever knowledge, see, everybody can have a knowledge. I can give them a PPT of 100 PPTs and everything. We can keep it shared. It is all. Everybody is having knowledge. But knowledge is not important that kind of, because knowledge can be acquired. But the delivery of the knowledge and the concern of the people is more important. That whether how much we take the concern of that person, particular person. Even if you go to the different, some people, when you say the libraries are not used. If you go to some of the libraries in Tamil Nadu, go to the library in Karnataka, the public library, Chennai, Konamala public library. The people used to come to the library is open at from 8 o'clock to evening 12, 9, 12 o'clock. The people used to queue at 6 o'clock, 6:30 to get a seat. Even in Calcutta, when I was there, someone said, IS officer said that we are making a smart city. So what you can do? I don't know if we are making a smart city, we should have a library here. He said that who will come in the library and all. I told him this, this is a smart city and the new residents are coming. You make a good library, make a good ambience. Now that library, my membership is yearly 1,500 rupees. And the earliest was open from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Now they have started opening at 11 o'clock and closed at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. And the people who wants to have a seat in the comfortable seat, they have to stand in queue before 10:30, 10:15. So the people are standing in the queue. So because most of the students are now competitive exam. Mainly the public library hospitals is the competitive exam. So different competitive resources, if we keep it, and then they are using it extensively. We have seen it same thing in the Chennai also. If you go to the undercenter library, same thing. People are reading on floor. There's a six-floor library. Still, the people are didn't get a chair sitting on the floor. And in the Tamil Nadu one library, I went there. The people brought the chair from home, and they used to have a lock and key of the chair and outside, and where to go. So that was the demand because of the competitive exam. And the actually competitive exam means the students, if they want to read in the home, it's that much comfortable. Everybody do not have. A lot of people are coming from the different places. They are staying, so it is a comfort zone and reading. If it's a good ambience, the students will want to read. So it is not that the students don't like to read, but still, we think that how many of our resources are being used. So though most of the students are interested in not for the lifelong learning, they are also the startup learning because of the whether they want to get a job or particular for competitive exams, for anything. So that means the when I was in the RLF, we made something around. I made at least 200 corners of the is what we call study corner for this career guidance, then senior citizen corner, then children's corner. Then some people said, why you are making the children corner so much investing on this? I told them if you have a good children corner, then good meals in the children to sit and the different comfort seat. You'll see that parents or their grandparents will come to the library. And he was coming to the library that way. Then the brain library, all this the library should be used. So public library has got a huge importance on that kind of thing because it's not possible for anyone to buy this kind of books and that way the public library and then the research institute library also we have to give an institute the research libraries of everything and all and organizing programs for the library also I said really we should do it. And I used to I said already, I didn't know not telling in the public, but I think in every year minimum I've supported 200 uh, workshop or seminar every year, and a minimum of 2.5 lakhs. We made a budget of that kind of things, and I think something 700 for my 4 years, something 700, 800 seminar organizing conference, capacity building program by ANL we have organized. Huge programs we organized because we are that sensitize our staff, everyone, and that's most important. And this kind of is not only taking the knowledge from us. This is a program for the new people, all of us in one platform. Means we are united, and then it becomes a one NCERT library or one global library. Because any problem anyone is asking, any person's request, what we have to do, we have to if the resources is not available in my library, immediately you get it from the other library. Don't tell him that from where you are getting. You will just yes the book because you have to make the people your dependent. They should come to a library that should be dependent. That was my motto in the library because I was joining Boss Institute the 2002, 2000 where I wanted to introduce all the online resources. Then the faculty members and some library staff was also against faculty members, faculty members, their vote they were used. So one day one faculty member called me and told me I am getting vote. So you are denying me the library usage, I will not get the vintage journals and all. So how what will happen? Said earlier you used to go to your get the books and journals in the library. The library is coming to your room. Now you have really developed knee problem and all. So you need to read the library develop deliver you everything. So I know how to use this. That we are you just send me a mail. Your objective will be that you should send me a mail and then whether we get it within if it is in the campus, we should get it within 1 hour. And if it is outside campus, we will get it. So that's what we have to make the target for that. Until unless we make the target of all these things, it's not possible. Earlier, in the National Library, the used to get everybody if he gives a requisition after 4 hours, 5 hours, they will say the book is not available. usual answer was like that book was not available. Then we visited the British Library, British Library. London. Then we saw that whenever again person give a equation, automatically slip comes to him that this book will be available within 45 minutes, 47 minutes, and then one day. So I then asked how is possible. Then they said that they have a automated library systems. So that book equation comes, the book will go and automatically book will come from the back. It's not that no person can go there. Person cannot go there. The automatically book will come. If you also return the book, just keep the books in Dropbox, then automatically book will go and shelf and the slip will come to you. Then the Dropbox here simply is not, but the book goes back automatically. It's automatically book will go back. And they have two library. One library is in Boston Spa. So that one day they take the Boston Spa, if an equation is from the Boston Spa, they will get the book from the Boston Spa after one day. So that was this thing. And then we make an exchange program with the British Library National Library. And then I told them, see, our staff, see, these people are giving you within 45 minutes. And you have also, we have introduced online systems and all. So why should not give it within an hour? They should know that the book is available or not at least. Or the book is available or not, it should be available within 10 minutes. Within 10 because you check in the computer, and the book should be there if it is available within 45 minutes. And then now they are during that time itself they are making it that within an hour in the national library also now getting this kind of things. So those kind of delivery and all the whatever people have a negative effect in the library, we have to make it a positive. That's our objective. It's very, very tough. And you will see that most of the cases you will think that, oh, I have given him service and he has not even recognized. That also is there. Only because librarian is post is a sandwich post. It's a sandwich. I feel that it's a sandwich post. And even the Indian post is more sandwich because his patient is from the lower to this side from the my group to up to the before this level and then his top level whether he has to get that from up. If he's not able to get it done from the up to anything, then the Lord will say not to get it for us. And then if you are not able to get it done from the upper level, then this you are not able to get it done from this one, and then we are fighting. So this one, that one, those kind of things. Money, at least I feel that next 4 5 years we always taking control of this one because the most places you have seen that in the university library systems there was non-found non-found suitable. All the interview season, it was a non-found suitable because then we were in a fighting and all. Then I was in Kolkata, I was in governor's nominee of the post, and then also president's nominee some of the places. So wherever I went, I don't know. No non-found suitable. What is not how do have you seen him that he has given him the post and he has not delivered? You make it a condition for your first you are not giving the first time job of kind of things. You have 1 year what do you call the probationary period. So 1 year probationary period. If you do not like it, you make it again ask him to go back. What is it? Make it confirmation. So those kind of things are there. You should check it. Not why should you even in the Ministry of Culture, the director post, the library, it was vacant for more than 15 years, more than 10 to 15 years. After P.I. Goswami retired, they did not take it. Every time it was in what you call non-functional. Last time I was at the mental road, I told them because I have man, no, not allowing any non-functional NFS. Non-functional is very difficult for me to accept. And then get the job. What is there? Secretary was there. You see that it is a recruitment post. If he is not able to perform, back. If you that you make his life bad, he will go back. The definition is not too difficult activities. So that's why I mean, if you are getting delivered and these things, so that way professional head of this kind of thing. Because in the most of the cases now people feel that oh, the chairman from the different department from the he should be heading those kind of things. We have प्रोफेशनल या भी फीलिंग करना अरे सर के उनको जाके कुछ बोलेंगे तो हमारी बात सुनेंगे इस करेंगे दैट वे we doing our professions that way to come out from that the professional responsibility professionalism is a very important for us. You will see in the faculty whatever they find you will see that it is not that the faculty never fights. We are also in faculty now. I know that because I have challenged in all the stages. The librarian, director, faculty, professor, all the stages I have seen. So in every stages it's the same. So I can tell you that every stage is the same. Uh, so that means faculty they fight, but the main point in all they are united. They are whatever the pay scales and everything is all, you will see they will not budge to any of the things. When they, if the promotion comes and all these things, they will not make it that way. तो उसको जितना भी झगड़ा हो तो उसमें they will not do it. That's important. Even the doctor community or the communities, they will do this kind of things. But in a case, if it's not, then the people are saying that they will vote it. Sir, is some. चीज के दीजिए ना we tell you when I'm sitting, the people who are telling me, sir, इसको दूसरा कंडीशन कर देना चाहिए promotion का. So that's the kind of things the people used to say. I don't know what is the benefit of giving him 2 years उसको back करके और मेरे से क्यों कराओगे? I am there for 15 minutes, not 30 minutes. Why should I take that kind of things that people have not done it? So if he's not done it, then why should I call him the interview board? So once you have called him interview board, that means he has passed it. Why should you want to get it done through me? It's not. So those kind of things have to be done, and we all the senior professionals we have also responsibility. Well, the junior professionals also we have very responsibility. If we all make together, actually, the nobody will be able to punch it up. That's the main thing. Because otherwise, the but things are very other people are saying, oh, what is there in the library and all. Now you also tell it there is a MOOC course. Now you are something running the MOOC course. So I am the course. The MOOC courses is there. What is it there for the teachers? They will come because already also doing of the two courses of MLIC will launch for the January. So that there are all courses are books there in all subjects. That even that points the teachers are required. So you cannot go out that way. Pass it that way. There's a teachers also required because you also required because you want to work with the learners. I am also the librarian because I also want to work with the learners. When we are supporting, we are the teachers are also not teacher. Teacher means they're the learner support systems. They are facilitator. Teacher means what? Teacher means the facilitator. They will tell yes, this is the facility, this is the facility. If the teacher is unique, everything is teacher dependent, then what happens? So why the class everyone is not getting the same marks? Well, that's the first class, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and some people are getting huge mark, some people are not getting same teacher in the class, same students in the class. All these things. The first, second, third. The students, the potentiality of the students, potential of the learners. That is the most important part. So that means we are giving support systems. We are telling this the things facility available, and they will explore that what the facility, how they can do these kind of things. So those kind of things we have to take up. How we can take up, that's the most important part. And then these are the things I'm told. And then one nation, one subscription. That's also in our motto. I have one PPT just to show first I tell one nation, one subscription. Also, we started to do when I was in the National Library. Then that we made a proposal. Before that, also I was in DST and CSIR committee. Then we used to see the negotiation committee, and then the publishers used to say, and the people used to say, you bargain. Then I used to bargain 10%, 20%, 8%. Then they used to say that it's unlimited access. Whatever subscription is unlimited access. Unlimited access, unlimited access. And you got unlimited access. We told in our constitution there are only 10 faculty members, only physics. And something around 15 scholars or 20 scholars in the constitution. 30 scholars. And you are giving 3,000 journals access unlimited. So 30 people, तो 3,000 चावल खाएंगे ना क्या करेंगे when they do the research. So unlimited access. What is the use of unlimited access? Same thing in the chemistry and other department, all these things. And they also have different charging systems. One is if it is a subscription of IITs, the different rate. If it is a IIM, it was a different rate. If it is a research institute, different rate. University, different rate. All these things have a different rate. And the country wise also different rate. So there's no uniformity of this. And everywhere they're telling it is an unlimited access. They charge huge amount because I was in also IIM for 6 months and I have their budget is around 15 crores. The like 15 crores. Their thing is that the students pay huge amount, 25 lakhs rupees, 30 lakhs rupees per year they pay. And they want if they need a book one today, tomorrow, today, they will do the equation. You have to get it book within 24 hours or 48 hours. How you get it? There's the problem. They'll send a mail immediately within this is not there. They'll send a mail to the director. They will know and there's a copy to librarian. These things. That that was the if they do not get internet access, maybe in the library in one remote corner, the access may be poor. They will no, I will see that bits only, and you have to give the internet connection the same speed in that area because they are paying you just no nowadays. See, for any course, when the faculty member deliver, they will give you the list that these are the course. Every courses they have a case study. All faculty members they have to give a case study. So this case study means Harvard business review case study or I'm the one with case studies, different universities case studies. So library has to procure those case studies. And each case study, see, if your students are 150 in the class, so each case study to be given everyone, and then every case study you have to download, and each case study download is $2. So that's the agreement because it's not that you downloaded down one case study, Xerox it, and give it to everyone. It's not. That's not done. The rule is that they have to tell in the class, then they have to you have to log in and tell that this class 150. So the record has to be given. And then maybe 1 2 extra by mistake printing and all that they but 150 students means 150 into $2 to give it. And that's the they used to give the library 7 days before that these are the classes will be held. And you have to deliver these are the studies on the these are the classes. So the librarian people have to give the case study, that's 7 days, 10 days, whatever. The professor says that I want in these days. So you have to give these days. Even it's happening 9 o'clock class. 9 o'clock class, 8:45 faculty member sends mail to the librarian that I want to take this class in the library. So by that hall, the library access should be there. That's databases I want to demonstrate. So that access should be accessed to that. So they have given the password and everything, but the library has to make it accessible. The library may be opening at 9 o'clock. So he gives 8:45 and his class is 9 o'clock. His class is 9 o'clock means it will start 5 minutes to 9, not 9 past 5. So that I have to give the library. Even the faculty members send you mail because library is open from 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. and next day 6 a.m. So if the faculty members, students, they need any resources, if they mail you 2 o'clock, you have to deliver it 3 o'clock. If it is 9 o'clock by 2 o'clock, they expect we have to give it within 3 o'clock. That is the 3 a.m. not telling that 2 p.m. 2 a.m. in this training. That means the whole night library is open. The one of the staff is there, staff person who will be there, he should be able to handle all these things. And he has to see that every time mail checking that whether any request has come or not. So that those kind of libraries are going on. So it's not that the library is not required. But the recognition of the library, sometimes we don't get it. That's it becoming for us becoming irritation. That's a no doubt of it. So that's why one nation, one subscription has come. So all automatically the people they are started charging of the same material is not used at all, and then you were charging so much for one resources. It was really becoming a disturbing to us. And then when I was in the National Library, the first time we started the internet e-resources subscription, and that e-resources subscription we made it that will give the all secretaries. Or we'll give it to all secretaries on the ministry, all the ministries, and then we gave it to the ministries. They could not stop because I told them that we are giving to the secretaries. So that way, the 2015 onwards, then our Secretary Minister of Culture was there. He said that why should not have a, this kind of things. Then we started making proposal, and the government takes the proposal, it gives and all. But we did not tell them one nation, one subscription is given the PM model, the naming. We gave them that this one connection, one access for everyone. Everyone should have a same access because in the remote village also she should get it because you are giving unlimited access. I'm getting using unlimited access itself. You are giving me username password. I can give it to the username password to anyone and that is unlimited access. Why you are telling that unlimited access of your source that which cannot be used at all? That doesn't mean of the unlimited access. So that way, one nation on subscription just started coming. And you know that our industry driven uh, country, all the countries are industry driven. So it is a huge loss to the publishers. This is a huge loss for the publishers. So they do not want to give it one nation, one subscription. They were not at all willing because I think LCVR it has got a more than 8 to 10,000 crores business in every year in the India itself. And then the Wiley and all because even what DSIR says says at GST it was a budget of around 400 crores. Then the Infinite it was budget was huge of these resources. IIT's budget. I so much so they are is to our so publishers was not willing to at all to come for this one nation, one subscription because that is a, for them huge loss. They know. Then in the other countries also they try to do it and then Uruguay and all this some of they managed it and some of the countries. Then here the first of all government of India what it did not allow to subscribe for 1 or 2 years. I think most of the people would not subscribe 1 or 2 years. So they want to see that how much is impact if there is not subscribed, how many resources are used, how many people are there. Because faculty members are also asking, we don't have access, and how many people are using it. That is also there. If you make it user statistics, when the faculty members are telling you are not working with them, your usage, their usage is in your hand. The faculty members API is in your picture because now you can see their API, what they published, what is the age index, what are kind of things, everything is available on the net. And most of the times the library become important because the faculty, when the director want to recruit someone, also he wants to recruit someone, he will give the files to the faculty member, a librarian, see and all, give me the gradation of marks of that, how, by which paper, where the journal subscribe, this one, impact factor of the journal, impact factor, age index, the citation, all these things you have to do. So that way the library professionals are becoming more important on doing those kind of things. So even they want to recruit someone, they also see that the huge application, how they should categorize those members. So what they do, they used to do this kind of analysis and everything. And that's what it's a very important challenges for the library. Most of the places wherever the people recruit and all, they take the help of the librarian. Then annual review, annual report, preparation. That's also library becomes becoming very important. Very important because why is it becoming important? Because we can find out authentic information. Our is a main catch of these things. We have authentic information. In the Google, whatever is something is there, or whether that is the correct information or not, whether that is authentic or not, we can check and we can take that. That's the our use. And we have to take that one in our pride. That's yes, we know, and that's why we have to see that how it can be done. Because our job is that means we sometimes in the internet board and now I know the juniors and all that. What I know the Koha, the people think that they say Koha library computeration and all. The library is not only the library computeration and all. the service is there. Because in one of the interview mode, I just said a few last month in a management institute. They want to recruit on one person. They're telling that the candidate and that how he will make the promote them to dating habits, increase their dating habits, and then what you can do for their job searching, how they can get a job, they can get what how they can get the new different courses and all. Then one fellow gave me said, I know Koha, I'll search in the Koha and find the job. Whatever is going is by Koha. Then the see the library compositions, we are only 1% there. The interview board, there are other people who are not at all the library. So they want to know their perspective that how you can use. So that until unless you say that yes, how I engage the students, I will ask the students to come, how I will get the what kind of job they can apply, what their opportunity they can get it and all. So this everything I create a database and then you will search. That there's no human touch. So that's what is it human touch and all we have to make it and all. That is the most important part for our library kind of things. And then even the national library, see why this national library we are not getting all the resources. National library is supposed to get every resources from whatever book published in India and non-India, we should get in the national library. But we don't get more than 30%. Why we are not getting it? Why we are not getting it? See, during my time also, we made it, I think, for the parliament questions and all for the new bill, the 1954 Act, one amended, still we could not do it because the 1954 Act says that if you do not deposit 4 copies of the books in the 4 national libraries, then the fine is 50 rupees. The fine is 50 rupees. So why the participants one book cost is minimum of 500, minimum of some books are 5,000 rupees. So 5,000 rupees, 500 and that also if he is convicted. तो नशा लगी थी उसके अगेंस्ट में केस करना पड़ेगा केस करके केस के जीत के उसके बाद 50 रुपया उससे फाइन होगा तो उसमें से why they should give it so that should be given that means for them we should have some kind of benefit until unless we make them some benefit they will not give it or why they should give it why it was made it earlier it was made it because that any book published in India whatever the books will be it's in the national depository and then immediately these books will be catalogued and then put in the website so that at least their publicity will be there yes this book has been published so if you can do that thing then only the people will use it, the people will give it otherwise they will not give it that's a characteristics if you do not give them anything then if they give a deposit a book and that book will be catalogued after 4 years then the books may be exhausted or the book's usage is completely gone then what is the use of doing that kind of things 4 years it is we took the during that time the staff was not adequate so the 21 languages we took interns something 50 interns still it's not it was huge backlog how can you then do it until unless 300 400 people at a time recruited and do it for 2 years then the this backlog this one. And then when we proposed that one, it went to the secretary, and then secretary told that, okay, if the book is not given, then 2 years jail. And they went to the 2 years jail. I told them, okay, that means he wants to make the things in a cold storage because immediately it went to the law ministry. Law ministry, but the चोरी करता है तो उसको ही जेल नहीं हो रहा है बुक नहीं दिया 2 years jail. How is possible? We propose that at least 4 times of the fine of the book cost. So that way, if we do not make anything of fixed, the 4 times of the book cost means then automatically they will say, think okay, that way we can give it. Those kind of things. So it is going on like that. So that way, our depository kinds of things is not being at all. So all these things are problems are there. So it's very difficult for us to go on like this. So that way, when the one nation, one subscription is coming, I think initially they have started with the 30 publishers. Initially they have started with the 30 publishers, and while LCBR, YDA, and other there, and Some kind of society publishers, they have not included of the some of the things, and already Akash also saying that it is a pilot basis. It has started with a pilot basis because initially 6,000 some crores been allotted for 3 years. And 6,000 is not very much. The Elsevier, his own business is more than 5,000 crore to 7,000 crore every year in India itself. So that means getting is difficult of kind of things. And then uh, the resources also what you call the resources of the different society publications that may not be included. Then they later on they may include. And the kind of thing is that if we subscribe of that one nation one subscription, at least the all the people, any of the colleges, it's a benefit for the colleges or the universities, the state universities, especially the state universities who have a very less amount to subscribe. Maybe they have one 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs rupees only. They have subscription cost. So then that is for them is very difficult to sustain and they do not get it. This that way, there are a lot of good scholars are there in the different state universities. You find there are different scholars, and they are not getting benefit of getting all these resources because major IITs, IIMs, and the good research institute, those who have a money, they only can flourish. Otherwise, the resources access are not there. So that way, one nation, one subscription is very important for us. That we at least should reach to the state universities, different state universities, different colleges. Earlier also colleges and intermediate colleges they used to give for a list that was there. But this one to be more comprehensive. What are the resources? And this 2,000 crores budget is given to the implement. And then the implement also the different institutions like NCERT consortia, the National Model Research Consortia, then the IIT consortia. They have to put the money to the systems. And then this amount will be increased. Because it's not that they are budget. So everyone, whatever they having own budget, that has to be transferred to the implement. Oh, and that way implement will make it a whatever budget, and then gradually they will negotiate with the one by one publishers, and then they more things they will include. So that's what initially started with the pilot schemes, and from the 1st of January 2025, the resources will be available, and initially they will give the access to only to the already who are getting through the implement, already who are getting the implement, and then every institution should have a then ISL code, then all India Higher Education Council or code is there. That has to be everybody has to apply for that. And that until unless that code is not there, then nobody will be able to get that resources. That is must to get that resources. You have to be even if you are regional center and all, so everyone wants to have a different unique code. That code has to be applied. Then they will get your resources. And then the faculty members of all these resources they can. Though this is one nation, one subscription is good, but that way it will also be coming in the block our ways. The people say that oh, now earlier used to subscribe journal, books, journals. Now you not need to subscribe journals. So what is your journal? That also will come. So that way we have to also be challenges always comes to the library. I told you the library options. So now we have to challenge in a different way between that. No, whatever resources are subscribed, that everyone is not getting all the resources. So the faculty members, each universities, because if they give it everyone to everything, then then control and all our usage are not there. So each library institute, the library professionals has to do that. What are your user demand? What are the resources that demand? So those kind of resources you try to include in the ONS systems for yours, one way. And then you see that whatever demand you are making it, whether that's an usage or not. Because they will say every year they have to show that yes, whatever you have subscribed, that usage is there. Until you show that usage is good, then again you will be stopped. So that way the librarians told me, yeah, yes, these are the resources that come, these things subscribe, you use. So more or more training programs or more or more, I'm not saying a training program, more or more awareness programs. If you get that awareness program, if you tell that librarian, if you say that we are organizing training program, the faculty, nobody will come. Because well, librarian training happening. So that's the attitude everyone is having. We have to think of that. So that way, if you tell that we are making a use that awareness. So more and more we have to do lots of users awareness programs in different resources. So that's why the library people have to work on the every resources. They have to see that which of the resources are very important for our library and what that resources is. Not only that, what the resources is. That is the most important because if we tell them whatever they are giving and we are giving like a post office, that's not things. We also have to see that you give it to them. That it's not that you deny them, do not challenge it. That this one to tell them that yes, whatever resources you are giving it, that you have to show the usage. You have to show the usage because I have seen in the different things. Like one said that ये खर्चा इस बार बजट है ना वो मेरा एक किताब है सीरीज है 2 लाख का है उसको खरीद कर लीजिए तो ये something around 2-3 times he gave me one question of 15-20,000 books then we really purchased and then he never came तो एक बार पूछा वो किताब आया था ना he seems it was that the book is there now the library is okay so then you have to think of that you have to show that that way your job will come no usage how much usage is there that is the main part of that and this awareness that the librarian has to work on that because until unless we also work that for we in the challenges in that way and we do not if we do not take the challenges in that spirit it will be for us it will be very difficult because the people say that oh you are sitting the library is not required माने हमें भी उसके साथ पैरेलल चलना पड़ेगा ये यूजर को भी तंग करके रखना ये किताब ये बुक ये रिसोर्स आ गया पढ़ो पढ़ के पेपर पब्लिश करके हमें दो हम लोग को देखेंगे जब कहीं चीज डिस्क पे आए ये चीज डिस्क में जाओ then whatever we you have to tell them okay you have, this time you have written in this paper so these are the conferences are going on you may attend these conferences these are the in your area you have published this these are the new publishers this are there these are the resources the new students are coming this is the scholars so you can do the research on you can have good collaborators because we see the scopus and all for the citation index the scopus did not or web of science is not appeared because the citation index it came that you should find out your peer group who is doing what kind of research in the particular area and you try to find out the peer group it was like that initially and then they make it as a cash oriented it make it in a cash oriented how did it do that also I will tell you see in 2002 when we had in the Moses Institute first we had 100 years of web of science during that time the web LCBR was not started that's Scopus then they made a Scopus and then they gave it to me you evaluate of these things and you also take this Scopus and all so they gave me for 2 years free then I studied and all I thought this was science is not coming and all then I used to promote of these things that we find out your collaboration research which are the journals are good where you can publish all these things then they could not sell on that much what they did they went to the different secretaries of the ministries and all education अरे सर आप रिक्रूटमेंट करना है ना देखिए these are the things the secretaries ये API देता है this is a your institutional ranking देता है this one this is giving so that way you are appreciated whenever you are giving a project to see that whether this person has got a citation of this or not whether this person when they are coming promotion is coming or not so they made their confidence yes these are the so now they started saying एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ तो ओह अच्छा मेरे पास भी एक टूल आ गया ना इनका प्रमोशन के रोकने के लिए इसको करने के so they know that the sentiment how things are sold is not that always because of the that quality of kind of things the, it is the scopus and web of science came for to find out your peer group find out to find out a good journal find out when I should publish what the journals are there journals impact factor those things have gone sideline everybody is go and see in the morning citation index they are not मेरा promotion आ गया citation में 2-4 बाइक मेरा friend तो भी हमारा citation करते साइड कर दे ये ज्यादा फेस तो नहीं होगा हाँ वो जब इसमें Because I have seen in the one institute, the faculty members, they have a citation on that paper publication. So he or she will have 10 students. So what first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 10 students एक साथ ही लिख रहा है. अब उसके बाद फर्स्ट में जब आ गया, सेकंड आ गया, सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, थर्ड आ गया, फर्स्ट में आ गया, फोर्थ पब्लिश. So one faculty members take 10 publication every year. But each student is publishing one. So सबके नाम जो पब्लिश कर रहे हैं उसके नाम आगे 10 पब्लिकेशन आ गया और सबका भी 10 पब्लिकेशन हो गया. और so all students also become 10 publications. So that 10 publications things. And then they and the same thing where you tell your peer you cite me and cite me citation and all. So the citation होगा. So what is this citation and all? If you find out these things, there are one of the scientists we have seen that citation was more than 1,000. His citation was more than 1,000. His index was huge. And then, yeah, I not tell his name. He had guided something around in his 40 years career, something around 170 scholars, PhD scholars, thesis उनके अंडर में हुआ है 170. 170 means 3 महीने में एक करके thesis. 170 means 3 months में one of the, he is a very renowned scientist. I'm not getting the name. Then उसके बाद citation देखने के बाद पता चला ना, तो then ये paper he has published in this for 40 years something 1,500 or 1,600 papers. So that is 40 papers. So per week one paper. Per week one paper. And he was the editor of the in that field, particular the biological science field. Every journal he was the editorial board. तो जो भी पब्लिश करना है उसको साइटेशन देना है, उसके नाम उसमें देना है. ऑल ओवर इंडिया में जितना भी पब्लिश करना है, जिसको भी वो बायोलॉजिकल साइंस में करना है, उनका नाम उसमें डालना है. देन साइटेशन भी अवश्य देना है, उनके आधा पब्लिकेशन का साइटेशन देना है. Other 1,600 publications, 160 theses, and he is a director of the particular institute. How it's possible? आप लोग सोचिए 160 thesis means 40 years 40 thesis per year. तो मीन्स कितने करके 4 thesis per year, 4 thesis per year means easy. हर 3 महीने में एक करके thesis को निकाल दो. thesis के प्रोसेस करने में 3 महीने लग जाते हैं. So these are the things are there. So that means it is not that Scopus index and all. Each index is all are there are a lot of manifestations there. Lot of manifestations there. So we all, but the library people provision should not tell that also. But you know, आपके पास होता है जेब में रख दीजिएगा. जब उसका प्रमोशन में रुकेगा तब निकाल दीजिएगा. उससे पहले मत निकालिए. उससे पहले वो बोलिए आप तो बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हो, अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उसे काम कर देखिए. अभी तो जितना भी अच्छा काम करें, you can see everyone's record and either Google Scholar or Web of Science on these things, इसमें वो आ जाएगा. That's there. And then social science people say, oh no, Howard is not coming the Scopus and all because Howard is not a science system. वो बोलेंगे इसमें Google Scholar में आएगा. So that's अने what is the academic nexus में ज़्यादा ये होता है until unless that ये huge number of माने research proper research is not being done. क्यों publications का एक competition हो, माने competition is for the promotion. API purpose is made the proper research ruin. They because if a person wants to write a good paper or kind of thing, sometimes it takes 1 year, 2 years. His data collection, that good papers, research करके वो निकालना है. Some people, those who do that one, they will not get the promotion. Because the proper work, they will not do the promotion. ये citation index बोलते हैं. J.C. Bose, I was in Bose to J.C. Bose. It was in 2008, 150th year of the J.C. Bose celebration. And then everyone started work on J.C. Bose 150th year celebration. Everyone started writing papers on J.C. Bose and all. Then I also started to see that what was the citation of the J.C. Bose. So I saw that his article was in the Nature and all different places. But citation उसमें साइन था वो 5-6 citation आए उसमें से कोई citation नहीं है, no there is no citation. Then this 150th year celebration in that year we saw that his citation went up to 200 standard. वो सेमिनार आ रहे सभी वो जैसे उसके टिकट करके पढ़ लेंगे उनकी citation देते हैं. तो जो ये मरने के बाद तो ये 150 years celebration by his birthday, then his citation is coming. So that's why the person like that. He never took the called the Nobel. He was supposed to give a Nobel, but he didn't get the Nobel because he used to say that there no idea because the free flow of information. Whatever I made, it should be go to the public for the public knowledge. So he didn't use the patent, and then the he got the one. He made the. How many of us know that he made the mobile technology? He made in the first, and then the semiconductor technology. All these things he made first, but he did not get Nobel Prize. So those kind of things are there. The people who really work, whatever is work is there, it's not. Even during his time, he used to write paper and he used to say to the Royal Society if each and every paper was rejected. In his time, in his lifetime, none of his paper was accepted by the Royal Society of Physics. They have not accepted any paper. Every paper they used to, and he was having friend with Rabindranath Tagore, and after his rejection, he used to tell Rabindranath Tagore, what should I do? This paper also rejected. He used to say that if you change something and then again submit. He said, I cannot change a single comma. I cannot change a single comma in my paper. Then he said that, okay, you start publishing on your in your journal. That's called transaction. He published that. And afterwards, Marx said, the Nobel laureate Marx said that Jesse Bose was 60 years ahead of time. Because whatever he used to write, the people couldn't understand what he is telling them at that time. Whatever experiment he has done, everything, whatever experiment he has done, all instrument he has made from his own hand. Own hand. He was appointed he went to actually he got third class in BA. He got third class in BA exam, and then he went to his mother. I want to go to abroad to study physics and medical biology, medical science. Then his father was rich. His father said, इसमें आर्ट्स में थर्ड क्लास मिला, he is telling that he will go this one मेरा सारी पैसा ये waste करेगा. Then his mother made his father let him go, but he was not well. His health was ill, so he could not complete the doctorate degree medical science. He did the MSc physics, and the MSc physics after the physics learned from Cambridge. He came back to the SLC University, Kolkata, SLC. They gave an appointment, and then his salary was 2 level lower than the British professor's salary. Then he told that I don't accept the salary. Father के पास पैसा है तो without salary I will work. So he worked for 3 years without salary. Then the British government has to revise his entire salary. Then he gave it the total these things, and then he made the Bose Institute. Then that time from his earning, his own earning, he made the Bose Institute. Yes, he has own his campus. Wherever he went for lecture and all, he went. Then when he was appointed in Presidency University, then he was not given any lab. One his toilet was abandoned, so he renovated that one. They made all the instruments. They made the experiment. And वो देख के British government बोला ये क्या कर रहे हैं? What is doing it? Then they sent him for the PhD. UK. There he went there, and then after for PhD in physics, he went for a seminar in biological sciences. There he said, one of the seminar, the plant has got a response. Then the plant people got angry. So then you are a physicist, you came to our domain and telling this kind of things. So you get out, and they made him like that his stipend is stopped. They made so much that this stipend is stopped. He understood that by this one, this stipend was stopped. Then he went to he could not tell his father, my stipend be band ho gaya. Then he told Rabindranath Tagore, that's what should I do? Then he is to pay his money. Then Sarah was there from the UK and then Sister Nivedita. They gave him the money for the sustenance. And when he came back, India, Sarah gave him 20,000 pounds because that is the total amount of the Nobel Prize. During that time, Nobel Prize amount was 20,000 pounds. He said that you have not, they have not given you Nobel Prize, so this amount. And then the Nivedita also gave him 20,000 pounds. And with that pound, he made the institution. I mean, his son and all. So his nephew was there. He went for a PhD in USA. He also was supposed to get Nobel. He was also very good game boss. Then his stipend was 250 pound was less somewhere. So he wrote to Saraguri that can I use 250 pound from where whatever you have donated to my son, yes, to support my nephew. She said that I have given him money for this. No, no. You have given it the money for the temple of science to make the science research, not for this. So she is so those kind of things, dedication earlier it was there. And they did not get those age index or the during that time of this kind of things. So this one, the free flow of information was there. So that kind of things. So that way, one nation, one subscription. I think that now we the library people have to take it very seriously because if we see that we have to be very vigilant of that. What are the resources we are getting? What are the resources our faculty members are required, and then SR code is there or not. So everyone will make it for the SR code, get the connection. Minimum of this one. Initially, they will not give it to all the people, but ये second stage में लेकर ये अभी से जो application आएगा उसको वो देंगे. So that way everybody should make it that how we should get it and all these things. So if any have questions or things, just ask. Because there's so much time I do don't make you bored. Please ask any questions if you have any clarification, any doubt, or your comments. Because all of I have to learn from you of all what are the things you people are facing difficult.
Anyone?
One issue, one subject, or anything, whatever I said, anything. What are the things you got bored and all? That also you can clarify. कुछ तो पूछिए बोलिए आपके कमेंट्स.
You have mentioned that presently 30 publishers only are participating in this
Yes.
ONOS. What about other publishers?
No,
Whether they are going to contribute or we will have to subscribe it separately?
at present, you have to subscribe separately if you want to continue. And then otherwise, they are trying to include one by one. Initially, the 30 publishers have started, and 1 year if it goes, no, I mean, they will be every 3 months. They will be there is a committee they are made. The committee will come and all as per requirement. Because the publishers who is coming will see that how many people's demand is there. So until if you include everyone in that one, that may be required for only 10 institutions. So better to buy well for the 10 institutions, not to buy for all. So that way it will be one by one, they will be selected.
But presently there are two models.
Uh,
One model is subscribing directly from the publisher. Another model is subscribing through any vendor. So how they can calculate the subscription if the institution subscribe through the vendors?
See, that's what they are asking every one institution to submit their whatever they are subscribing and how much they are spending. That recording as a code, they are asking them to do that as a code and then give us your requirement and then what are the what you used to subscribe and how you used to subscribe, how much you were paying. So those things data they are collecting. Accordingly, they will then afterwards they will demand. So one way, whatever you have and what is your further demand. And that also you have to show that The institute has also publications of those kind of things. Faculty members are using it, students are there. So all those things will be there. That's why one by one it is a huge task, huge task.
So for this, we will have to approach
And
Sir, sir, thank you very much for highlighting many issues of present day library things. And regarding One Nation, One Subscription, you said there are around 6,000 crores is allotted for 3 years.
for 3 years.
For 3 years. So when we see the budget and all, you said also mentioned about LCVers, they're doing transaction of almost 5,000 crores. By seeing this, whether this One Nation, One Subscription is going to be sustainable or stable, or it can be successful or what? And
See, yeah, very right questions you've asked. Actually, the main thing is that the 2000 crores the government of India supporting to the influence. Okay, 2000 crores government of India. They are collecting money from the individual institutions also.
again,
Institution, because that's what I told now. You, whatever you are spending, that amount you give to them, and then your access base will be moved. Say if you are subscribing for maybe for 3 lakhs rupees, you give them that 3 lakhs to the institute. They will extend you that whatever is requirement. They will give that way. So every institution, whatever their money, they are asking that you have to contribute it that way. That's why they are asking first the consortia. Initially, they are not going by institution wise. Initially they have started all consortia, like NCERT consortia. They are going to transfer the money. So that way the transfer.
this model was already there when this UGC showed the internet shows.
So model was there, but it was not many model was there, but it was not access was not there for everyone. Access was not everyone, because if you are subscribing for 3 lakhs rupees and they used to give you access of those kinds, maybe some of kind of things, or maybe reduced budget.
So institution cannot go subscribe directly from the publisher. They have to depend on this again. Implement.
If it is not available through internet source, then only the institution can buy.
Okay.
So any institution will not initially they will not subscribe you. They will ask you to get it clarification from the internet whether you would be a double project is going on or not. Because you have to get a first confirmation that internet is not accepting for your proposal, this kind of things and all. They have said that already this year people can go for a subscription of this, those who are not included. So if that we have applied for the inclusion and there's in the meantime we are subscribing this. So that's the money you have to, but get it clarification from them because you cannot have money. It is there, internet is agreeing, and also you are paying. That cannot be. And that also you can make it agreement with the publishers also when you make agreement. If by any mistake the amount is gone, so you have to refund the amount to the internet on the adjustable amount. That agreement will make it. Then that will be easier for you. That is your safeguard.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
So, like you mentioned, 30 publishers, which are those major publishers,
Like NCBR, YLA, then API, IOP, another SAGE, all the more or less big public publishers they have accepted. Most of the big publishers have accepted.
from where we can get this list of 30 publishers.
So that's in the internet site. I'm not sure it is
already
it's already there. It is already there. वो तो सोशल मीडिया में व्हाट्सएप में तो घूम रहे हैं 30 publishers का इसलिए मैंने नहीं देखा है तो है
Nowhere there is a mention that institutional budget will be transferred to implement, and after that implement will take care of the subscription and budgeting part.
Initially they are not doing it. Initially they are doing it for the who are member of the already implement. Initially they are starting with they will do it for the all government institutions. But initially they will not look for any private institutions also. Initially they will do it for government institutions and they like this transferring of money about that's what they did. First of all you have to you have to take the Aisha code and all and then membership and then only they will take your money. They will tell you what will be the modality for you. They will take the modality for you. Maybe if you are from the same ministry, they may not ask for the budget. That is also there. So those kind of things have done. The education, Ministry of Education and all, so that's going away from same budget. So those kind of things have to be, that's what afterwards, because initially they want to start it from the first January 2025, minimum 30 publishers, those were already members. Those who are already members, but they have to obtain the assessment. So those are those consortium members who are transferring the money. Those initially they are, I mean, it takes time. It takes time.
So means the benefit is like this, like my library is purchasing for example, 50 lakhs. I will pay that 50 lakhs to implement
Ah.
and I will get the access of whole resources, not for the which we are subscribing for NCERT. Yeah, only NCERT.
No, no, not whole resources. That's why that the library has to do the job. What are the resources you require? आपके सारे resources दे दिया।
किया है क्या कि कौन से हमें जर्नल्स हमें
हाँ,
मिलेंगे
हाँ,
वो जो हम देंगे।
आपसे मांगे,
So
आपसे
sir, what
मांगे।
is the means as an institution, what
हाँ.
is the benefit we will get from One Nation One subscription?
That's what, see, there are a lot of journals. See, 15 lakhs rupees, you have to make a budget some kind of way. But your requirement was maybe 2 crores. Those are the journals that you could not subscribe because of the you didn't have money. So those kind of things you can.
अच्छा वो पैसे
हाँ,
वो ऐड
हाँ,
करेंगे।
वो पैसा वो उसमें से 50 lakhs में वो पढ़ेंगे जो उसके बाद जो चीज आपने ऐड की अपने फैकल्टी मेंबर से दिखा वही मैं बोलूँ उसके बाद वो यूसेज देखेंगे whether what are things you got it added, whether those are really useful or having use or not. So after 1 year, 2 year, 1 year, then initially 1 year.
यूजर स्टेटस के अकॉर्डिंग सर वो लिस्टेड करेंगे
हाँ बाद में यूजर स्टेटिस्टिक्स में वो पहले बार आपने बोल दिया आई नीड these are the resources, तो उन्होंने इंक्लूड कर दिया हमें ये था इंक्लूड कर दिया। नेक्स्ट टाइम उसको कंटिन्यू करने के लिए वो देखेंगे यूसेज है कि नहीं। अगर जिसके पास यूसेज नहीं है लेकिन अपने सर आपने बोला जैसे मैंने बोला सारे जर्नल दे दीजिए बट इन इंस्टीट्यूशन मे बी फिजिक्स पीपल आर नॉट देयर, मे बी एस्ट्रोनॉमी आर नॉट देयर।
डिसाइड क्या implement करेगा
कौन सा? हाँ, वो तो ऑटोमेटिकली कंप्यूटर में आएगा, आपको डेटा सेट्स में देना पड़ेगा which are the journals you are subscribing, and then from there then publishers will give them the access thing। आपको खुद भी उसको देखना पड़ेगा, वो भी आपको ये देंगे की देंगे या how you can see your usage, because you have to monitor ना, because that way you have to monitor every 3 months, like we had 2-3 months you have to monitor that yes we have to ask for this and the resources, but these are not using, these are not using. So we have to test the thing, faculty. They send the faculty alarm that you have suggested for these resources, but it is not being used. So the next time they will not continue. So that is for your alertness. Others they will say, faculty will say, oh आपने तो हमें बताया नहीं कि। तो इसीलिए that's our librarians role is becoming very much important. No, you research institution देंगे already। तो भाई मैंने बोला ना मुझे DST CSR जो consortia है they have already transferred the money, they have already transferred the money। हाँ हाँ उसमें एग्जैक्टली उसमें ये DST ये सारे consortia कर लेकिन consortia तो ग्रुप में है, जहाँ consortia है they are accepting first, consortia नहीं है तो इंडिविजुअल लाइब्रेरी को अभी नहीं करना है। जो कंसोर्शिया में नहीं है, जो इंफ्लुएंस में नहीं है, दे आर विल कम अंडर सेकंड स्टेज।
एनसीईआरटी अभी नहीं आएगा।
एनसीईआरटी के कंसोर्शिया में था
नहीं सर, हमें तो यूजीसी से नहीं था। हाँ, आरआईज तो स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी से एफिलिएटेड है तो उनको तो एक्सेस है।
उनको मिलेगा तो हम सबको देंगे।
अच्छा नहीं सर, मैं तो सब्सक्रिप्शन का
दैट विल बी गुड
पर नेक्स्ट ईयर हमारा बजट
होगा
25 का बजट अभी है ना, तो वी आर वेटिंग फॉर दिस वन नेशन सब्सक्रिप्शन। यस सर,
दिस दिल्ली।
हाँ, असिस्टेंट। Anyone else want to ask anything from sir? Besides One Nation One subscription even anything? कोई भी query हो पूछो।
So my question is not regarding financial subscription.
Okay, no problem.
But actually you talk a lot about library as a process. So my question is, we are comparing ourselves with IT progress, right? That they are able to provide the services much better than us, like Google or Microsoft or Apple. So the amount of resources we are investing the amount of resources we are investing in India professionals. Actually, my question is the amount of resources the IT companies are investing, like the energy, the resources, lakhs of crores of rupees they are investing, and the amount of resources we are investing on our professionals. So, how we can cope up with this type of technology?
Exactly, exactly. That is the main thing. You have to think that's what I'm telling. That wow, we have to be very Google Plus. That means sorry, we have to be Google Plus. That doesn't mean that we are competing with the LIS, Google. We will not be competing with the Google because Google has a huge amount. Because with that amount, we cannot kind of things we cannot do it. But what is the Google Plus means Google, whatever things is not able to give you, we can give you. Google cannot give you the authentication. So that means our library quality we have to see. We have to know that what the books are there in these books we can give it. See, plagiarism software. The plagiarism software you can check something around 20, 25 years, 30 years resources, whatever is there in the net, they will check it from there. If you go to the National Library, the book is there from 1450. Those books are may not be digitized. The books are there from 1600. Books are there from the आपको उसको लिख के दो चार thesis बना के मगर तो कौन लेगा so I was when you go you have to tell that your faculty yes I will give you that tricks how to do the research so you have to get the tricks and that's it go to this one and the people who are using the different languages languages research तो आपको तो eternity specifically ये इसमें देंगे eternity not deliberate they will give you the English languages regional languages दो चार दिन है but it's not up to this one so those things are there so that is that earlier what faculty member is to know that the resources whatever is available with us they is to know the resources know the user but ये आपको user को पहचानना है और उसकी requirement पहचानना है कंप्यूटर से जो चीज मिलेगा वो हम देने के लिए वी आर नॉट दैट मच कॉम्पिटेंट हम उसके साथ कंपेयर करके हार नहीं पाएंगे सो दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव टू diversify ourselves that's the resources whatever we are having and then how these resources that which we have how we deliver and we make it authentic information we can deliver that is our advantage then बहुत सारे एक बार थीसिस आया था हमारे फैकल्टी फिसी के पास तो उन्होंने देखा थीसिस देखा इवैल्यूएट करते नहीं तो बहुत बढ़िया नहीं था उसमें से ये करके दिस वेरी गुड ये कहीं देखा था तो देखो वो अपना थीसिस से उसे लिख दिया so he's bad luck he's not bad luck that he came into this one that his own thesis but if it's from other thesis he might have she might have not seen it passed
If implement is providing the all the EU sources, then what is the use of the library?
अभी तो मैं अभी बोला that is true एकदम बिल्कुल बढ़िया क्वेश्चन किया because these things questions will be asked to you to your what is called administrator ये registrar ये director सभी लोग ये पूछेंगे जमा लाइब्रेरी का क्या जरूरत है लाइब्रेरी का इसलिए जरूरत है you will tell that the resources whatever you have to subscribe that Infinite will give it resources resources whatever you are giving to the user that sources you have to collect it from the faculty members or users and that list you are sending to them and you are seeing that whether those resources are properly used or not because if that's not usage statistics if you are making not making it maintain these things then your those resources whatever is given to the faculty member then that will be not there so that you will be bridging the gap between the faculty members and the internet. So the resources requirement, the connection and all. Subscriptions are done by something else. Like this one is like you are giving order to the vendors like this. So those kind of things are we are not giving the vendor to this one. Yeah, these are the resources. Your requirement, your usage, your things, you have to collect it. The payment is given directly to the vendor. Different vendor processes is going. It's a different vendor process is going. It's not that our library activity process is not going. Our activity, we have to decide that which are the resources we need it. The implement wireless it doesn't mean that the पानी खोल खोल दिया सब से पानी आ जाएगा. It's not like that. That it will be given to you, those kind of things, whatever the resources you need and all those that kind of things. हो सकता है कि एक आध कोई resources जे आपने subscribe नहीं किया, but those resources sometimes you may need it. So you can ask that article, or you can ask. That's what our library. You say you can tell that the resources which I do not have access might have been given to him. So I have a group. You should not tell that you should have a group of this attending this program is important because you should have a WhatsApp group. अरे मैं मेरे को resources when demand है, do you have this one? You give it to me immediately. So once you service, give it to this, so he will make a global service. Once you give it, then the faculty member will become dependent on you. अब उनको बोलिए ना सर उसमें वहाँ पे हमारे पास तो नहीं है, तो ये तो नहीं मिलेगा, हमारे पास नहीं है तो कोई बात, we will get it from the different places. That is our job. पास है कि नहीं है देखना नहीं है. Whether it's there or not, we will get it from this. We like to implement, yes, this resources is required for me. They will send you the article or the nearby institute. So you have to know that how other users are there, and the website also will be there. These are the resources subscribed by this library. So librarian को लिखिए, वो आपको मैं ये भेजे. So these are the activities. आप बोलेंगे हमारे काम तो डबल कर दिया. आपको हर टाइम बोलना पड़ेगा आपका काम डबल हो गया. एक एक करके चीज आ रहा है डबल हो गया. जब तक वो अपने आप ये नहीं कर पाएंगे, they will tell you that what is the result.
डेटाबेस को एज ए रिसर्चर कोई सर्च करता है तो उसका रिक्वायरमेंट वो अपने आप नहीं फुलफिल पाता. हम अगर वो फैकल्टीज देते हैं उनको तो हम उनको बेटर वे में उनके रिक्वायरमेंट को समझते हैं और अपने डेटाबेस को समझते हैं और बेटर वे में मैच करा के उनको हम सर्विसेज.
Exactly. This is the most important.
बहुत बेटर.
हाँ, ये रोल करेंगे तो वो आपके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट होगा. आप अगर उनको बोले कि भैया हमारे तो सब डेटाबेस में है, आप जाके सर्च करो, आप इसको करो. डोंट टेल दैट. इफ ही इज नॉट एबल टू डू इट, आप सर्च करके क्यों टाइम वेस्ट करेंगे? आपको मैं डेटा बना के दे देता हूँ, आप उसमें से ये करिए. यू डू योर PhD work, you do your writing up, you do your data analysis like this. Data search I will give it to you. Exactly. हाँ. Exactly.
One more question, sir. If any library intend to subscribe the physical copies, so how this ONOS will help them?
No. ONOS is only for the. That's also a very good question. So some physical copies you also should buy, and that also you have to, even the books you have to buy. Books you have to buy. Physical copies. Some people are required. You can buy physical copies. So physical copies will not come under this. So those things have to be. So yeah, when they work too much, we have to tell that we have it work. So we say.
One more question. We have given our request like this 60 journals are required by NCERT and they are giving in future. So they will create one portal, or what will be the methodology to access those 60 journals for NCERT only?
That they will give.
They will give.
That will
Okay. I think it will take
हाँ,
time.
नहीं तो ये कंप्यूटर के साथ होगा because they have already that kind of because the resources used to subscribe, they will give it that to IP based, na? It is IP based. It will be IP based. So you will give the NCERT IP. So NCERT IP में वो journal दे देंगे तो NCERT वो IP में आएगा. जो journal में जो IP ऐड कर देगा वो उसी journal.
Basically, negotiation process has been मतलब in short for us.
हाँ.
वो negotiation Inflipnet पे चला
हाँ,
गया.
negotiation.
The negotiation.
One way में आपका risk कम है. You have to think that one way is bad because ये आपको कोई बोल नहीं पाएंगे ये financial irregularities में, तो इस सारी चीज में advantage है. हर चीज को हमें पॉजिटिव में ट्रांसफर करना पड़ेगा. हाँ. वन नेशन में पहले जो देते थे उनके हर रिसोर्सेस नहीं देते थे. ऑन डिमांड था, वो बहुत सारे कॉपी करके देते थे. तो वन नेशन सब्सक्रिप्शन में और बेस बढ़ा देंगे. और ज्यादा से ज्यादा बेनिफिट एक्चुअली आएगा स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटीज को ज्यादा बेनिफिट आएगा बिकॉज दे आर वेरी हैविंग ओनली 2-3 lakhs rupees or 3 lakhs rupees. They don't get a resource at all. हाँ
जो इंटरनेशनल एजेंसीज है जो सब्जेक्ट देती है क्या वो भी
हाँ बहुत बढ़िया है हाँ जी आप लिस्ट देख लीजिए बहुत सारे बड़े बड़ी रिसोर्सेज है
क्योंकि हमारे 4-4 लाख
हाँ हाँ अब उसको देखना पड़ेगा ना ये कौन सी जर्नल है
जो पब्लिशर्स है वो सब ये जो व्यापार कर रहे हैं उनके लिए है
हाँ
तो एजेंसी है जो महंगे अच्छे वो आर्टिकल वगैरह पब्लिश करते हैं वो क्या इसमें अवेलेबल होंगे जिनके जर्नल 4 लाख के
आपको तो उसमें 30 जर्नल्स का लिस्ट में देखना पड़ेगा ये जर्नल्स यू नीड ना 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 30 पब्लिशर्स का लिस्ट दे दिया ना publishers का list दे दिया तो you can see from the publishers list whether that journal is coming under that publishers or not if that is not coming under publishers or whatever you subscribe you can go for that उसमें इंटरनेट को लिख दीजिए this is not coming under ONS so we can subscribe मैंने उसमें तो 30 का ही दिया है ना जिसमें से बहुत सारे तो इंडियन जर्नल्स है that is not there so you have to you can subscribe those journals
एसोसिएट मेंबरशिप खत्म हो गया
हाँ?
इंटरनेट का एसोसिएट मेंबरशिप तो आजकल है भी नहीं
वो एग्जैक्टली मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये खत्म तो नहीं होना चाहिए एसोसिएट मेंबरशिप में कौन सा लाभ बोल रहे हैं जिसमें ये
जो यूनिवर्सिटीज में नहीं आते जैसे इग्नू एसोसिएट मेंबर था एनसीईआरटी मॉडल और एनएस के साथ कैसे बेनिफिटेड होगा अब एनसीईआरटी का देखिए एनआई दिल्ली एट द टॉप राइट इट इज नाइदर university nor INI so we are all the recruitment and promotion procedures are as per UGC but we are not assessing implement UGC implement right and list or anything
हाँ हाँ
where RIs are affiliated to the state universities and they are getting the benefit. So, how the RIs will be benefited through us and how NI will be benefited through us and what will be its impact?
Yeah. See, RIs will be benefited for them, no problem. Because RIs access getting things will be huge. RIs माने first benefit तो RIs को मिलेगा जो state universities को देंगे तो लेकिन state university I do not know whether in the first stage itself they are able to include or not. Those who are getting they will get it. माने state university जो उनकी इंफ्रीमेंट के पोर्टल में है वो उसको जो रिसोर्सेस है उनकी रिसोर्सेस बेस तो बढ़ेगा ही बढ़ेगा उनके लिए कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है जैसे पीपल हु आर नॉट इंक्लूडेड इन द इन दिस यूजीसी we have to apply for that ऐसा code and after ऐसा code and then you have to apply for the resources and once you apply and then you see that whether they accept it or not then they will tell you that you come under this thing because I don't think so NCERT they can because it is under Ministry of Education na
Education, but education is again better
the education higher education हाँ तो education is given
trying since last so many years more than a decade
now we know that we know that that's that India initially for that only one was a huge problem so those kind of things has been resolved that for resources giving they will give it that way so you have to apply for that they will try to apply for the resources
yeah applying as what as research institute or what
huh no what is your institution status accordingly you have to see that in their as per status your institution is there or not
It is going to be, matlab, it has been announced deemed to be university, but directly under the Ministry of
deemed to be
Education.
university हो
autonomous
जाएगा तो deemed to be university हो जाएगा तो then no problem at all
in the future. It has been announced, but
deemed to be university हो जाएगा तो then you can give the degree also once you have deemed to be university आपको degree देने के लिए भी ये मिल जाएगा so that university there
Education Minister used to be the president of NCERT.
अभी भी
Yes.
sir, वो by
डिफॉल्ट
by
हाँ तो आप एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर के थ्रू इसको ले जाइए तो देंगे
dengue.
हाँ
Then we have to do the return permission.
written permissions and all you have to first see that ये for applying ऐसा code what is the hurdles you are getting it
ठीक है.
because उसमें से पहले आप देखिए आपका क्या क्या hurdles हो रहे हैं उसके बाद आप डिमांड करिए कि बिफोर दैट आप मेरे को दे दो उससे पहले दे देने से पहले तो आपको ये होमवर्क करके देना पड़ेगा ना कि that's whether these are the things that they are and this we are on as a code with these things and then you apply for that we are not able to apply this one so give us this kind of things.
I think all the doubts have been over. So please, लीजिए. Thank you so much, sir. It is very relevant to know about the One Nation One subscription, how it has been initiated with only 30 important and accessible publishers, which are the most required by all the libraries and academicians, and how this will be the challenge for all the librarians. Generally, the people used to say that if the automation has come up or a One Nation One subscription has been come up, so there will be no use of no role of librarian. But you have mentioned it rightly that the role of librarian has been doubled. We have to do the double procedures. Earlier we used to do through the vendors. Now we have to follow the exact all the formalities. And you have mentioned how this the awareness programs for the users are important uh, to make the use maximum use of the all the available resources, whether it's print resources and e-resources, and how we can you have highlighted the importance of academic writings and use of these articles for the citation purposes, and how people are used to write for increase their citations, and sir has shared a lot of experiences of National Library Kolkata, how their repository maintenance with the submission of the books, 4 copies, and what are the rules for the book deposition and their fine for not submitting the copies of the books. And so you have very diligently answered all our queries that how it will impact One Nation One subscription, what will be the role of the librarian, and how NCERT can move ahead for this One Nation One subscription policy, and what is the difference between librarian and the book. So thank you very much, sir, for enlightening the our CRT family members gathering. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation for this session. Thank you so
एक बार
much,
सबको
sir.
इंट्रोड्यूस करा दीजिए अच्छे रहेगा.
Sir, please. Sir, I am Pooja Jain, Assistant Librarian, Librarian Documentation Division, NCERT, Delhi.
I'm Dr. Nandar, a Deputy Librarian, Regional Institute of Education, Mysore.
Oh, okay. Myself.
I am Dr. Elnish, Assistant Librarian, Pandit Sundar Ration House, Vocational Educational Institute, Bhopal.
Oh.
Satis Raj, SP Civil Professional Assistant, SIT Engineering. Raj Kishore, BA and BDS.
What?
RI, Regional
Ajmer.
Institute of Education.
Ajmer, Ajmer. Oh.
Nagendra Bhatia, Professional Assistant, RI Ajmer.
Okay.
Anand Singh, SK LTD NCR.
Sir, Prantu Dubey, SLA, LGD NCERT.
Shweta, Professional Assistant, NDD NCERT.
Okay.
What?
Oh.
Deputy Librarian, LDD NI.
Individual Analyzer, LTD NCERT. DK Jha, Deputy Librarian, Ajmer, RI.
Oh. And
Rajiv Kumar, and SPA CIT. Sir Sanjeev, Professional Assistant, CIT. Professional Assistant, CIT.
good.
Avnish Kosar, Professional Assistant, NI Library.
Good. This is a very good program you have organized. This is good because that interaction is very much important. This kind of interaction is required.
Please, Akash.
Flashing LLD. LTD.
NCERT.
NCERT. क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पे सर पूछे गए मैं
का बर्थडे भी है.
Oh, chalo, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, happy
संजीव जी आपको जन्मदिन की बहुत बहुत बधाई।
हाँ
और ये बहुत अच्छा समय है कि आपके बर्थडे वाले दिन जो है वो हमारा ये प्रोग्राम चल रहा है सर। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।